Yo, what up, what up? So in this one, we will continue with the last video, which is about IELTS mock test, right? So today we will start from this chapter number 7, about sports. Okay, so get right into the video. Let's get right into the video, right? Okay. This kind of boring, but yeah, I still had to do it. About sports. Do you like watching sports programs on TV? That's gonna be the first question of the day. Oh my god. I don't think that I want to speak louder or any guy. I will mention this flow of speech of mine because I don't want to cost so much energy on my speaking anymore. Okay, so I hope that you guys can still understand me. Okay, I hope so. Let me take a sip of coffee first. There's some sound that is not really promising around here, so let me try and check that out first. Okay, I think the noise is gone now, so everything is good. Let's get back to the question. Do you like watching sports programs on TV? Okay, to be honest, I'm not really a sport person, so I don't really enjoy watching the movie. Watching sports. Oh wait a second. What the fuck is this? Damn. There's some ant in my drink. It looks kinda creepy, but it's fine. I'm not a sport person, so I don't really enjoy watching sports. So nah, I don't like it. I think that's enough, right? I don't know because it's a yes no question, so there's something else to talk about. Do you like to watch live sports games with? Who do you like to watch live sports games with? As I said, I don't really enjoy watching sports games, so it's not about the person who I'm watching with, but it's about the sport game itself. I don't really enjoy the process of watching them. So whether I am watching with my friends or with my families, it doesn't matter. I don't like it. So yeah. Do you like to watch live sports games? Not at all. But actually, I do one. But it's not about the sport, but it's about the atmosphere there. I want to watch a live game, a live sports one, because when I am at the stadium myself, then the thing that is appealing to me is the atmosphere there. There are a lot of people around there, right? Because it's a stadium and it's a live game, so definitely it's much funnier, and the atmosphere and everything is out there is very hyped up. So I really enjoy that moment. Like it's pretty cool. So yeah, definitely I want to watch a live game, but it's not about the sport itself, but about the environment, the atmosphere. Damn, this ant on my drink is actually still alive. I think I have to get rid of them first. Okay, the drink is clean now, so let's keep continue. What is the difference between watching sports events at home and at the stadium? Oh fuck, the reason I already said at the prior questions already. But anyway, I think I will just retell it a little bit more around here. So the difference, the biggest one is that it's about the location. When it's at home, you feel like it's more comfortable, I guess, because it's your home after all. So watching at home is kind of like more convenient because you can lie on your bed to watch the sports, or you can sit on your favorite chair. But at the stadium, you have to buy the place that you can sit. And at the stadium, there's a lot more people there, a lot more stranger. Maybe it's gonna go up to thousands. It's definitely different from your house, right? Maybe there's only family and friends at your house, at your home. But when it comes to the stadium, there's thousands of people there. So the atmosphere is definitely different. That's the first thing. And also, when it comes to a live event, right? Maybe it's gonna be like live broadcasting as some television as well. So there's a lot more like press around there. So, but anyway, in general, in short, the biggest difference is about the atmosphere at the stadium. And hence that's the biggest reason why people decided to like spend their money to buy a ticket to go to the stadium themselves to watch the sports game rather than just sit at home and watch them through a television. Do you like sports? Nah, I'm not really enjoy that. I don't really enjoy that. I already told you that, right? If you want to know about the reason why, maybe because it's because of the personality, I guess. There is someone who was born as an athlete already, like Ronaldo. Some of the football players, they are already enjoy playing football when they was a kid and stuff. So I think it's about personality. When we was born, we already have an incline to something else. Someone really enjoys sports, someone really enjoy playing games, someone who really enjoy building and structuring and stuff like that. So I'm just the one who don't really enjoy sport. It's kinda normal. It's kinda pretty normal though. Do most people in your country like sports? What sports do you like? What sports do you like? Do most people in your country like sports? I guess that if we are talking about the majority, if we are talking about the majority of the people in the country, wait me a second. Okay, do most people in your country like sports, right? So if we are talking about the majority of the people in the country here, then definitely they really enjoy playing sports. Not actually playing, but watching them, like them in general. So yeah, definitely the majority of people will like sports because that's maybe the reason why society really encourages people to have some kind of sports to play. It's also help people to like improve their health, right? That's what sports do you like? Unfortunately, I'm not the one in that majority of people. In the minority part, which means that I don't enjoy playing sport at all. So there's no kind of sports that I like at all. But I do want to watch some kind of sports occasionally, like not all the time that I enjoy watching them, but during some occasion, maybe because there's someone who's really pretty at that sport game, maybe there's some girls at some badminton match that is very pretty, then definitely I would love to enjoy watching that game a little bit more. But anyway, in general, I don't really enjoy the process of watching them or playing them itself, or playing them myself. Okay, so let's go to the next question then. What sports do people in your country like to play? I think that in my country, the most favorite sports is the king of all the sports, which is football. Yeah, I think so, because basketball only popular in the US. Because in my country, it's also a sport that is played by a lot of people, but it's not the favorite one. Is I think it's football here. The king of football, the king of sports, right? Football is the king of sports, and the win is some kind of sports. I don't know, but yeah, it's football in my country. People really enjoy this, and at every single like match or league about football in the national team, and then every single people in my country will be hyped up, and they even want to go to the street and celebrate for some victory and stuff. They will buy a lot of flag and they use their motorbike and go around the street to celebrate with other people. Like that's funny. You should go to YouTube and watch some of the video about that. Like the street is crowded and you cannot even move an inch anymore. Everyone on their bike with some of the flag, they keep waving it, and that thing looks messy and look chaotic. But definitely you should try to look at that. Maybe on YouTube is fine. You can see the atmosphere there is completely hyped up. Everyone they heading for the same direction, like not direction, but they're all heading to the same thing. They celebrate for the team, so it's got a hype up. Really cool. Okay, so the next question then. What was your favorite sport when you were young? Okay, so if we're talking about our childhood here, then I think that even when I was young, I don't really enjoy playing any kind of sport at all. Just some traditional game like hide and seek and stuff like that. Not really any kind of sport, but I think that we do play some kind of football match late back on the day. But it's just for fun. I don't really like that at all. So maybe there's none. Taking photos. Do you like to take photographs? Okay, so we just go up to the next question, the next chapter here. Awesome. it was 10 minutes. Okay, so I think that's the average time for me to finish a chapter then. It also depends about how many questions does that chapter have though. In this one there's only about 5, and in this one there's like 10 of them, so it's not the same. So yeah, it's just an average one. Okay, so the next one then, taking photo. We are now on the page 5 out of 43. That's sick, bro. I don't think we can finish this one at all. Taking photos. Do you like to take photographs? What do you like to photograph? To take a photo, right? Can photograph be a verb? I don't know. Do you like to take photographs? No, not at all. Because also I don't really like taking picture of myself or about the environment too. Because maybe, but I think that in the future definitely I will enjoy this process more. Because my career also rely a lot on my popularity. So in the future, definitely I have to take a lot of picture of myself so that yeah, I have something to post on my Instagram. So yeah, right now I don't really enjoy that, but definitely in the future that's gonna be something that is indispensable in my life. There's there's gonna be a bunch of pictures in my Instagram with my girlfriends and stuff. I don't know. Maybe we should not go so much deeper on that thing because it's gonna be off topic. What do you like to photograph? I think that right now I don't really enjoy taking photos, so um, I don't think there's anything that I tend to take so much more picture or anything. But if we were talking about the future, then I think that I will gonna take a lot of photo of myself, and my girlfriends are gonna have a lot of them, and we take a picture of us and post them into my Instagram. Maybe that's what I will gonna take photo for in the future. Obviously, I just told you that, right? How did you become interested in photography? Not really. I'm not really into photography at all. So I think that I can skip this question then, because I don't find anything interesting in taking photos, taking pictures. Doesn't like any other people. Like it's just like some kind of interest, right? And it's not for me. That's all. That's kind of simple. And my interest, if you don't know, then it's about programming and speaking English. Yeah, just being able to speak English can already satisfy me though. So maybe yeah, that's my interest. Maybe some people don't really enjoy talking English. They don't really enjoy programming. Yeah, it's the same whole truth for me here. I don't really enjoy taking photo, but maybe a lot of people out there they want to take that as the career. So yeah, it depends on the personality though. How do you keep your photos? So nowadays, it's modern time now, right? So we don't keep our physical photo anymore. We don't use a paper. But yeah, maybe a lot of people still want to print the photo out in some occasion, or like they want to decorate something, or they want to have some physical painting to hold on their hand and look at them. But usually, most of the time, people just gonna have a video photo in their phone, and they keep them there in their SD card. So which means that photo will be digitalized. They keep them online on the phone or on the cloud. They send them to some online platform that's gonna keep their photo there online. In order, just in case that maybe their phone gonna die, they can still access to the photo on the cloud. If you don't know what is cloud, then it's just like a virtual storage. You can save everything out there on the cloud, and you can access them everywhere, whenever you want. Only with one requirement, that is your password. That's all. So yes, now I think that's the main way is to store photos. Do you ever delete, or if on paper, throw away any of your photos? I think that is definitely something that everyone has to done one time, at least one time in their life, right? Just delete some random photo, something that you don't use anymore. Like I used to take a lot of pictures about my like information in my classes. Maybe there's some information that I need to remember. I will take a pictures, and then I learn them. And after a while, then when I don't need to use that picture anymore, then I will just gonna delete it. That's all. So I think definitely everyone have at least one time in their life delete or throw some paper, some photos away. Cinemas. Okay, so we just finished the chapter 8 within 5 minutes, which is so much faster, right? That is so much faster. Okay, let's go to the next one. Cinemas. This is gonna be annoying a little. Let's move on to the next chapter. Cinema. How often do you go to the cinema to watch a new movie? To be honest, it's not really frequently. It's not really frequent because I used to watch movies on my computer more often than go to the theater. I don't know because I don't really want to go there. I don't know. I don't really know the reason though, but I tend to watch movie on my computer more. So yeah, I don't really go to the theater that much. And if we were talking about how often here, then I would love to say that it's about like few months, few time a month. Then yeah, it's kind of rare though. Usually watch on YouTube or some website, but I'm not going to tell you what website is that because it's not related to the question, right? Okay, so next question then. Did you usually go to the cinema when you were a kid? It's the same answer though. Nah, no. Because back in the day when I was even a kid, it's also pretty rare to go to the theater though. Maybe just a few times a month. No, few times every few months though. So maybe like one time every 2 months, one time every 3 months though. Not really usually, or it's pretty rare. Not gonna lie. Okay, because just like I don't really have an incline for watching movie in cinema or something because I also feel pretty lazy to go there or something. I don't know. Don't really have a reason for that. Cannot really recall it now. Okay, next question. Do you like to watch movies alone or with your friends? Watch movie alone or with your friend? Nah, I think I prefer watching it alone then. Because I don't know, I just feel like watching alone will maybe funnier or not. I don't know because I have never done that before, like watching movie with my friends. I have never done that before. Actually, I did like go to the theater with my friends, but I think it's gonna still the same as watching alone because when you go to cinema, everyone have their own seat. Then we're just gonna sit there and watch the movie. There's no communication at all. We just watch them. So I think that when we go to cinema and watch the movie with my friends, with our friends, it's kind of the same as when we go to cinema and watch it alone though. There's nothing different though. But if we are talking about, so we are talking about like whether you like watch movie alone or with your friends, then I think that I would prefer watching movies alone. Okay, so that's my question. Do you like to go to the cinema with your friends? Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's like 50-50 is not really like it or hate it at all. It's just like nature is also a kind of place. It's just another place for us to hang out. But if rather we have to decide whether we go to cinema or any other place, then maybe definitely we will consider to go to any other place because that's not the fun watching movies in the cinema though. So yeah, so it's like a neutral thing. Don't really like it and don't really hate it. It's just like 50-50. It's in the central. It's neutral. Okay, so next question, and I think it's the same whole choose for this chapter. We're gonna finish it within 5 minutes though. What kinds of movies do you like best? Kinds of movies I like best. I think it's depend on my mood at the time though, because maybe at the time I feel pretty sad, then definitely drama movie is gonna hit better rather than a thrill one or horror one. So definitely it depends a lot on the mood at that time. But if we are talking about the general type here, like when I feel nothing, I feel normal, then what's the kind of movie that you would like to choose to watch? Then I would love to choose a type movie that is more about action and science fiction. Yeah, maybe that two main genre, action and science fiction. So basically, I think that every single Hollywood movie nowadays already have a type of action there because action always included there. So I think it's just general like that. I think that every single kind of Hollywood movie that is outbreaking out there, definitely my movies that I want to watch best too because it's already a Hollywood movie and a lot of people out there like it. So maybe it's gonna be the same for me. I will like it at all as well, cause I'm not really picky about movies though. So if the movie is good in for the majority of people, then definitely it will be good for me too. I'm not picky about this. Okay, so let's go to the next question, and also the next chapter too. Street markets. Oh my God, street markets is everywhere in my country, so definitely this is gonna be my knack. My knack. You know what knack is? Is a KNACK, I think. Mm. Why this so wired whatsoever? Are there many street markets in your country? Are there many street markets in your country? I think that street markets is the thing that is the most common in my country here. Because it is an Asian country and it is still a developing country. My country is Vietnam. If you don't know about it, then it's still a developing country. And when it comes to developing country, then street markets is something that looks like an emblem for developing country. Every place there's a staff there's a staff for people to sell stuff there, and it just like spontaneous. People just go there and buy and sell stuff, and it just create another street markets that are, and it's pretty popular and common here. People go to street markets to buy a lot of stuff from grocery to daily food, like to raw meat too, and rice and stuff. So maybe everything can be bought there. So it's pretty cool. So definitely there's a lot here. What do street markets sell? Okay, so about the street markets, it is about kind of like a spontaneous market. So people sell a lot of things here, from clothes to like furniture, to food, to like rice, to raw meat and stuff. So I think there's a lot of things here though. Even to fruits also here. I think there's a lot of things here, but not everything is here though. Definitely, because just a street markets, and everything here is kind of cheap, because it's spontaneous. So okay, what do you usually buy? What do people usually buy at street markets? What do people usually buy at street markets? I don't know. I think something that related to daily routine, daily days. So will be bought much more rather than other stuff, right? Like to bake. You know what is to bake, right? You know what to bake is, right? So I think that yeah, it depends on how often that object is being used. Then it will be bought more often than the other product. So I can give you some example like meat, some pork, some fish, and maybe that's what usually be bought, I guess, huh? And also clothes is one of them too, cause every single night when I go to the street markets, um, the place like the road for the clothes shop, they always be packed with a lot of people, whether they are just there to hang out, to like take a walk or something, but it's also always packed. People also go there to maybe just some shop watching or something, but yeah, it's also crowded at closed market, other place. Yeah. Ah, come on, this is so annoying. What is the difference between street markets and supermarkets? Street markets and supermarkets. Street markets is something that is spontaneous, and also maybe because of the government, they build some kind of infrastructure, some house, and people just come there to buy, to sell stuff. But yeah, you can consider that kind of spontaneous. And when it comes to supermarket, it's more professional there, and the product definitely get a lot of certificates and qualified to be able to get into the supermarkets. So maybe the food there and stuff there also have a better quality rather than the street markets, which is doesn't have any kind of like the original place, the derivation, you know. So that's maybe the big difference. And also the supermarkets, the place there, it must looks more clean rather than the street markets. There's a lot more worker and cleaner and janitors. Okay, so next question then. Oh, so you want to go to Bright here? every single day. Okay, do you prefer shopping in a shopping mall or at a street market? Okay, so we are talking about this one then. I don't know because I'm not the one who really buy a lot of stuff in here. It's usually my mom, so I don't really know about this. Because when I need to buy something, I will just gonna go to grocery shop, and that's enough for my need. I don't need to go to street market at all. But maybe if I need to go to buy some clothes, then I just gonna buy at some shop that is not rather street market. Is neither street markets and it's neither shopping mall. It's just like some shop on the road. But when it comes to some other stuff like meat or food or candy, then it's also just some random place. It's just like another store on the street. On the street, it's not about. Okay, so maybe it's about the street market here. Maybe it can be listed here. So maybe yeah, my answer is street market. It's not shopping mall because everything in shopping mall is like 2 times more expensive than the same thing in the street market. So maybe that's also the reason why I would love to prefer street market though. Okay, so next question then. Do many people go to street markets in your country? So just like what was being said, in developing countries, street market is much more popular, right? So yeah, it's definitely it's more popular. So that's also an indicator that a lot of people prefer going to buy stuff in street markets rather than shopping mall. So yeah, people go to street markets a lot. But yeah, it's definitely shopping mall is also packed with people there. Whenever you go to the shopping mall, you can see that there's a lot of people there. It's deluged with people in shopping mall, and the same holds true for street market. So I think it's like kind of like it's at the draw. It's at the draw if you want to have some competition here. Do you like going to street markets? Not really, cause it's kind of like the street and the road is kind of like pretty like dusty with oil and raw meat, and the blood from the raw meat is everywhere on this road because there's no janitor at all. So street markets is kinda like pretty dirty, so I don't really want to go there much. But it depends on what street markets we are talking here. It's have a different area for raw meat and for clothes and stuff, right? So yeah, but my answer is no. I don't really want to. Okay, so let's move to the next chapter then. This is gonna be a little annoying here. Chapter 11 already, huh? That's fast. We was asked 7, 8, 9, 10, so we already finished 3 of them. And it's been 30 minutes, 3 of them, so I think that in the next 30 minutes, which is that in total of 1 hour, we can finish about 6 chapters or something. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we just finished 4 of them, so maybe it's gonna go up to 8 or something. Okay, whatsoever. Mobile phones. Okay, I have 2 of them here. Let's see, what was your first mobile phone? My first one was the one that was from my family. It was from my parents, and I used them when they got a new phone. So that was my first one, and I couldn't recall what was it, what type of that phone. It was an Android. I think it was a Samsung phone, I think. But yeah, it was one from my parents though. It was not a new one. And next question then, how often do you use your mobile phone? I think that I use it every day. And if you want to be more specific, then maybe every single 1 hour I have to use them again. Or maybe every single 5 minutes. It depends, but maybe yeah, every single day is enough. If you want to understand. How often do you use it, right? Yeah, so maybe every day. That's the answer. Do you use your mobile phone for texting or calls? Maybe both of them though. We are both texting and calling. We usually call to my. I usually call. Use the call function to call my parents and my friends, but it doesn't happen much as regular as texting. We don't text using the SMS, the standard function of the phone. But nowadays there's a lot of software And the method that we usually text is through Messenger is an app, and we text through internet, not through the missions between satellite or something. But yeah, we both use our phone to texting and calling. Can you describe your mobile phone? Okay, so I currently have two of my phones. I use two of them, and I have an iPhone and I have an Android phone. And an iPhone one is an iPhone 7 Plus. I think that everyone know about the phone, right? And its color is white. There's a different color tab too. And the other phone of mine is an Android phone, and its brand is Realme. I don't know whether you know it about or not, but Realme is like another company of Oppo. It's like a smaller company, but it is possessed by Oppo, so I can say that it's an Oppo phone. So my Android phone is an Oppo phone and it's an Android. It has a blue color, so it looks pretty neat, like pretty awesome. So that's my phone. But I have some screen protector and it is all shattered out. So I think that I have to replace it soon. Okay, next question. Then actually I want to check that out. The last answer of mine. I want to know how good it is, how good it was. So I need to note down the number. Oh fuck. Don't care about that, alright? I swear to God, don't care about that. It was not mine. I was just collecting them for some research, whatsoever. Don't care about that. 31. Maybe I will check for it at 31. Okay. 31 minutes, right? The minutes of 31. I want to check out the answer again. Just finished my coffee. It was good. Okay, so when I post this video onto my YouTube channel, I watch this part again. I want to listen back to my answer whether it's good enough or not, and how stutter I am. Here, this is the word. Let's see how stutter I am. And the reason why I am being stutter is because I am not really get used to this language yet. So during the time I am speaking English, definitely there's a lot of time that I have to pause because I need to record the words that I need to use. That is like a common issue for everyone who speak the second language, not the native one of them, and they're not really familiar with that language yet. So stuttering is something that's indispensable. But you can get rid of that. You just need to keep speaking, and eventually it will disappear. When the language become your native one, like another native language, you can use it just like native. Then stuttering not gonna be anymore. But yeah, it's gonna take a lot of time, so don't rush it anyway. There's no other way to fix it to get rid of that, but keep speaking. So yeah, there's nothing else I could do about that though. Right now, I just have to accept that. Anyway, it was a little bit digress. Let's get back to the question here. Will you buy a new mobile phone in the future? Wait me a second. I need to flex myself a little. Okay, that was good enough. Will I buy a new mobile phone in the future? Definitely, bro, because iPhone, the brand iPhone nowadays, just every single 1 year or something, that we have a different phone. And in the future, when I'm able to get some salary, definitely I have to upgrade my phone. Currently, my main phone is an iPhone 7 Plus, and it's kind of an old model already. So maybe in the future, when I get some of my first wage salary, I will use that money to buy a new phone, because definitely the phone is very useful nowadays, and I have to buy a new one to work better. Yeah, so definitely. Next question then. How has your mobile phone changed your life? It can be both positive and negative. And I hope that the positive side is much stronger and better than the negative side. But I want to talk about the negative sides, and I'm not going to mention about the positive one, because I think that everyone know about its positive side, right? So I will just gonna mention about the negative one. So about the negative one is that it distract us, it distract us a lot. It's not about the phone itself, but the thing that inside the phone, it distract tremendously to our concentration. like Facebook and social media and TikTok. All of those things is inside a phone and it's distracting. Those like the amount of distraction from them is like just unbelievable. It's mind blowing. So that's the first negative effect from the phone. It's gonna like really dangerous though, and people need to work on them, or else the negative effect we're gonna change the positive one. And at the time when the negative is so much bigger than the positive, then that product need to be eliminated. It should not be exist anymore. So the first thing is make me become less focused and concentrate on the problem, like studying or working. It's get tremendously affected in the bad way. And other thing is that maybe that's the first and the main negative one, main negative effect from a phone. Let me try to think about it whether it's gonna have anything else. A phone, right? Also, it's time consuming too. Okay, it's also time consuming like a fucking ghost that's sucking your blood out. Like when you go to TikTok and you just talk to yourself that I'm just going to spend like 10 minutes on watching TikTok. But for some reason, wait me a second. I need to check for something first. But first, let me finish this once and then. It's like sucking your blood out, right? You just like you just like keep talking to yourself that I'm just going to spend 10 minutes on playing TikTok, on scrolling through TikTok. But for some reason, after like you think like it was just 10 minutes, but it was in fact like 3 hours. So like spending time on using phones and social media and stuff, it is actually so fucking time consuming, and it is the second negative effect on our life. And I think that is enough for my answer. So with the next one, we're gonna go to the chapter 12 here, and I'll do that later. I will skip this one. I will pause the recording and I'll come back to you soon. Okay, I'm back now. We are now on the chapter 12, right? 12. Time management. Oh, this is gonna be a very tough topic to talk about here. Time management. If you are really good at this, then definitely will become successful. Will become success pretty easy in the future, I guess, whatsoever. Time management. How do you usually organize and plan your time? How do you usually organize and plan your time? To be honest, I don't really have a schedule for what I want to do in a day or the next day. I don't have a plan for that. I just do it. Like if I need to study something, we're just gonna do it spontaneously. I don't have really a schedule for like today I have to study 1 hour on math and tomorrow like 2 hours on physics. I don't do that. I will just gonna do it spontaneously. Maybe right after a class, if we have some homework, like when I get back home from class, I will just like go to my desk immediately and do the math and do the exercise, so I don't have to wait. So maybe that's also a way for me to plan my time. I do it. I don't like postpone it. When I have a free time, we're just gonna use that time and finish my homework immediately. So like that's definitely helped me to not encounter a lot of deadline, right? That's how I usually use my time, and how I got organize my time. I don't really do that too. I don't really do that neither. Either I just don't waste my time, and that's only the thing that I do to like use my time wisely. Like I don't use my time to watching some cat video on YouTube, and I don't use my time on scrolling through TikTok or Facebook and stuff. So that's how I use my time. I just don't do something that wastes my time, and that's enough for me. I don't need to plan anything too specific. Rather, it's the study math, study physics, or learning this and learning that. We're just gonna do that, and I will just need to make sure that I'm not going to waste my time during all of those tasks. Like I'm not going to spend any single minutes of my life going to TikTok and stuff, and that's enough for me. Okay, so that's also enough for this question then. The next one, is it easy to manage time for you? So as I said, I don't manage any kind of time for me, so it's kind of easy because I don't have to do it. And there's only one thing that I do to kind of like time management is that I just need to make sure that I don't waste my time to do anything like using TikTok and scrolling through social media, and that's the only thing that I do to manage my time. I just need to make sure that I don't waste it. Then every single time, every single minute that I am using it, it's gonna be useful for me. That's enough for me. I don't need to make any schedule for that. Okay, so the next question then. What is the hardest part of making plans? The hardest part is that you need to like have a specific period of time to make to finish a problem. Like you need to set a timer like at 7 a.m. Till 9 a.m. You need to finish this task, and that's maybe the hardest thing because you don't know how long will it take you to finish this one, and you still have to make a specific period of time for you on the schedule. So maybe that's the most annoying thing when it comes to making plans. And that's also the reason why I don't want to make plans for my time. I don't organize them. I don't have a schedule for what I need to do in a day. I just do it. I just need to make sure one thing that I don't waste any single time with to go to TikTok or YouTube and stuff, and that's enough. So I already told you the hardest thing, right? That is to separate the amount period of time that you need to spend on a task. That's the hardest one. Alright, so next question then. What is the latest plan that you made? Latest plan that you made, huh? Okay, so lately I have a plan for myself, but I don't really make a schedule for that. And the plan was to master English. Yeah, that was a plan, that was a goal, that was a plan to master English. And my plan it's been lasting for like a few months already. So the plan will end only when I master the language. So now the plan is still on the process right now, on the progress. So the plan on mastering English, that's all. And it is also what I am doing right now here. I just need to make sure that I don't waste any single time of mine on using it to playing TikTok or stuff. That's all what I need to make sure though. Kind of simple, right? Okay, let's keep going. I think I have to mute it though, because only 5 minutes left and she's gonna talk. And I'm not going to talk anything, so I think I have to mute it for a little amount of time, whatsoever. What is the latest plan that you made? Already answered this, and it is also the last question on this chapter. So let's move on to the next one about websites. Okay, this is also fun because I have my own website myself, so I think that I can answer them all of them. I guess. What kinds of websites do you often visit, huh? What kinds of websites do you often visit? So nowadays, like a few months ago till now, if we are talking about like a few months ago and now till now, then maybe the website that related to English about how can people improve their English is the kind of website that I often visit lately. Because currently, my ultimate goal is to master English. There's a lot more ultimate goal rather than this. It's just like temporary goal though. But for now, I need to master that. I need to finish that goal first. So lately, I've been visiting a lot of websites about English. So yeah, that's the case. And also, YouTube is something indispensable, just like what I'm doing right now. But I don't use it to watch some cat video. It's just like I'm listening to some music there. And also Facebook too. I need to go there and do some stuff. Like there's a lot of groups there that's about English, and then also in all of those groups to have some more experience. I learn from other people because I'm self-learning, right? So I need to collect information from a lot of sources, and then I learn from that. Come on. Okay, let me like take a sip of water first, and then I will keep continue. Okay, it's good enough now. Okay, next question then. She's gonna talk soon. Okay, next one. What kinds of websites are popular in your country? I think the website that is about social media is the most popular one, like Facebook and TikTok and YouTube. They are the most popular. Yeah, I think so. I think that's maybe the main website that people usually use for teenagers because I'm also a teenager right now, so I don't know about the adult world. What's the website that they usually visit? I don't know. So yeah, I can say that social media is the kinds of websites that people usually visit every day in my country here. What is your favorite website? My favorite website. So my favorite one is must be the one that I usually visit, right? So it must be about Facebook. Definitely not TikTok. I don't want to use them at all. Facebook is one of my favorites. It's also a method for me to communicate with people around the world, And YouTube too. I watch a lot of video there. Only in my free time, And maybe that's all. And also the website that is teaching people how to improve their English, also one of my favorites because that's what I am heading for right now. Okay, so next one. Are there any changes to the websites you often visit? Not at all, because it is all static websites and it's only get updated for like a few times a month or something. No, like few times every single month, every few months. So there's nothing much get changed during the time that I use them. Maybe like after 2 years when I visit the website again, then maybe there's some change. But usually in a few months when we use them, there's nothing changed much that is noticeable. There's nothing all. So there's no chance at all. Okay, that's all. Even Facebook and YouTube, which is pretty popular and thousands and millions of people use them every day, but there's not much change there. Or at least about the UI, about the UIs, right? There's nothing changed in the UI. UI is like the interface that you use the website. There's only 4 questions in this chapter. That is pretty weird, right? Okay, so let's go to the chapter number 14 here. And we need to last the video needs to last for more than 14 more minutes, and then I can close it and make another one. Let's go to the chapter 14, losing and finding things. Okay, so this is gonna be related to Finding Nemo here. I don't know. It's getting hot now. Let me try to decrease down the temperature in my AC. Okay, it's good now. What should people do if they find something? If they find something that be lost, right? That is lost. Maybe the first thing is that maybe we should check them out. Maybe it's a wallet or something. We should check some information on it. Rather, it contains any kind of number, then we can call directly to them. But as I know that if you are in Japan, then the first thing that you do is that you bring that object into a police station. That's the best thing that you can do to avoid random stuff that appear to you. Like maybe you trying to help, but maybe something that's gonna go wrong, and you are the one gonna take a lot of responsibility because of that. It's gonna be a little annoying for you. So if you are in Japan, then bringing that object to the police station is the best thing you can do. But if we're talking about some random country, maybe we should try the same thing. Go to the nearest police station. And if you are in your country, like if you are in your hometown country, then you need to. I think that you can like make up a plan on what to do, right? Because if you are in your hometown, then you don't afraid of anything. You are talking in their native language, so maybe you can know what you need to do with your country laws. Okay, so she's speaking right now here. So it's like what I said. Yeah, if you want to listen to that. Yeah, she's talking. Oh, I already mute the desktop audio, so you cannot hear it at all.
It was interesting for me.
But it's not really matter though, so I will mute it now. And let's get back to answering of this question. Oh my god. A little annoying, Is it okay to keep an item that you found? This is also depends a lot. Maybe like if you just for somehow you just get about like $10,000 on the streets, definitely you need to go to police stations because no one who the hell can know who the person who lost them gonna need to use them to some problem. Maybe for their cancer trial or something. Who tries in hospital really need that amount of money. So basically, I think that we just need to bring them back to its owner. That's the best thing we could do, huh? But it was maybe if it was just $1 on the street, then you're just gonna put it into your wallet. It's not gonna. There's nothing bad gonna happen, and it's easier for both the people. Just $1, then you can keep it. But if it is about like $1,000, then definitely you need to bring it back to its owner by bringing it to the police station. There's no other way, right? So yeah, it depends though. But yeah, usually you need to bring them back to its owner. Wait me a second, wait me a second, guys. Okay, let's keep going. Next question then. What should people do to find what they lost? So the first thing that they need to remember, the possibility that the place that they lose the object, the most highly chance of the place where they lost their object, their products, their stuff, their item. Maybe they need to recall that whether it's a bus station or whether it's in some shop. They need to remember that, and then they go there. Maybe go to every place that have a higher chance to be there, to for the object to be there, and then maybe they need to ask the shopkeeper, and after that they go to the nearest police station there. Maybe that's what they could do, isn't it? Because I have never been experienced this kind of experience before. I have never tried to find what I lost before, so I don't really know what to do. But maybe that's what I should do. Definitely, what I will do. Go back to the place where we think that it can be lost there. So yeah, check for every single place that is possible to be the place that you lost it. Then ask the owner there, people around that, and then go to the police station near that. And maybe mostly that's what we can do though. There's no other way, right? What things do people usually find? What things do you, wait me a second. Okay, what things do people usually find? What things do people usually find? So if you are talking about what kind of object that people usually want to find back when they lost them, maybe about a wallet, about their credit card, about their national ID, maybe and their money too, and also maybe something like a watch or a phone. Maybe that's all. Maybe something that is valuable to them, because maybe something that's not as valuable as the effort that they spend on fighting them, like $1 bill or stuff, then maybe they will not gonna try to fight at all. So yeah, maybe only something that valuable and much more valuable than the effort that they have to spend on fighting it, then they will try to fight that. So I guess that's what it is. So for some people that they are rich and they just lost like about $1,000, but that person they can earn about like 100,000 of dollar a day, then I don't think that they're gonna fight at all, because the effort for them to fight that $1,000 is even more than like 30 minutes of working. So yeah, maybe we're just gonna skip it. Have you ever lost something? Have you ever lost something? I guess I lost a lot of pencil back in the day when I was still a student at high school. But if you are talking about something valuable, like a phone or a wallet or something, then I have not ever lost anything like that. There's some random thing like a pencil and stuff, then yes. But that's all. Okay, so let's move to the next chapter then. How many minutes is this? Okay, so 7 minutes left, right? Okay, so we back. 7 more minutes to end this video. Okay, it's gonna fast though. It's gonna last. It's gonna last very fast or something whatsoever. The next chapter already, right? We just finished this one myself. Have you ever lost something? Yeah. Daily routine. How do you organize your study time? How do you organize your study time? What is your daily study routine? Oh, I think this is kind of familiar to me. Oh my god. I think I did this before. This question, yeah, what is your daily study routine and have you ever changed your daily routine? I think because this one is a question taken from the IELTS forecast, right? So I think I did this one before and I can still remember this one. So it's kind of fun. Daily routine. Yeah. How do you organize your study time? This one is new though. How do you organize your study time? So as what I said, I don't organize or make any plan for my study time or any kind of other time in my life. I don't make any schedule for that. I just need to make sure one thing. I think this also it is also counted as organization, but I think it's not what you think it should be like. Because what I usually do to organize my time is that I just make sure that I'm not going to waste any time of mine during the time that I'm studying or working or learning anything. So that's what I do. I just make sure that I don't waste time on watching random YouTube video or scrolling through TikTok or Facebook during the time. And that's how I organize my time. And rather than that, whatever I do is gonna be useful for me, right? Because there's no distraction, there's no useless thing like TikTok and stuff, because I already assure myself that I'm not going to do that. So yeah, that's how I gonna organize my time. And what is your daily study routine? So as what I said, I don't have any daily routine as well. I don't have any organization, I don't have any plans, I don't have any schedule. I just do it. I just make sure that I don't waste my time during studying. Then definitely that studying will be really efficient, because I already get rid of all of the distraction and the usefulness time being used for relaxation and entertainment from TikTok and stuff. So that's definitely be useful for me. I will be 100% focused and concentrate on studying. So that's all. I don't have any daily routine though. I just study. It's spontaneous though. Yeah, my study is kinda spontaneous. I study whenever I need to. But maybe I think that is gonna daily day what I do is studying though, because I am a student. So that's mostly what I do. 4 more minutes. Okay, let's go. I think we need to finish this chapter, and then I think that's also enough time for me to finish this recording. Do you ever change your plans? Yeah, if we are talking about plans here, then I think that we have something to talk about here. I do several times, because currently my plans is that I need to master English. So in the last 7 years, so in the last 7 months, not years, I've been spending time on improving my English. So that's my plans. But before these plans, I was having another plans, and I was that focusing on learning some subject about math and physics to pass my national university entrance exam. So in the last year, I was in the senior years in my high school last year. So I had to take the university entrance exam, right? So at the time my plan was different. I had to work very hard on studying physics and math and stuff to pass the exam. So I already did that. I finished. I succeed. Right now I am in my dream university here. So it was good. And now I had a different plan now. I have a different plan now. And it is about improving my English speaking skills. Yep. Speaking, to be specific. Other aspect of speaking, other aspect of English, like reading and listening, I don't really care much about them for now. Yeah. So I do change it. Have you ever changed your routine? I don't have any routine to change though. As I said, I don't make a plan for what I do in a day. I just do it. I just study. I think there's only one thing that I can study now is English. I don't have to study any other thing like math or physics or anything, because it's summertime now. But even whether it's not summertime, whether I still have to take class in my university, I think most of the time I will still spend time on studying English, not the subject that they are teaching at university, because I don't want to spend much time on that. For now, yeah, and I think that study time in my class is already enough for me to pass the test. So I don't really spend any time at my home to study about other subject. So yeah, I don't have any routine to change though. Yeah, I don't have a schedule as what I said. One, two, three, four. 1 to 3, 3 more questions, because look at this. I think this is a part 2 though. This is a part 2 questions. Wait me a second though. Okay, I'm back now. Next question then. Do you like to plan what you will do each day? Nah, I already told you that I don't really enjoy this, because making a plan is pretty hard. Actually, the definition of the plan here is got different from what I talked about before. Like this question, the plan was different. The plan here was like a goal, but this plan here is like a schedule, like a schedule, a plans for what you need to do in a day. So definitely, I don't want to do this because, as I said, it's kind of annoying because I need to make a period of time that I need to finish a task in a day, like 2 hours for this one, and 1.5 hour for that one. Then it's kind of hard because I don't really know exactly how many hours I need to spend on finishing that work. So it's kind of annoying to follow that plan, so I don't want to do it. I just want to make sure that during the time that I spend on doing all those things, I don't get distracted by other stuff like my phone and TikTok and Facebook, and that's enough. And I think that's what I do. I don't make plans. Okay. And now let's come to the last question. Please describe your typical day routine. Typical daily routine. What do you usually do at this time of day? Do you usually do the same things at the same time each day? Please describe your typical daily routine. Okay, so I think after we finish this, I can end this recording and then we will move to the next video. And describe something here is about 2 of IELTS mock test, IELTS speaking test, so it's gonna last for more than 2 minutes though. Okay, let me try. I will talk about this immediately now. I don't need time to think anything. This is the clock. You can see the clock, right? Okay. Please describe your typical daily routine. What do you usually do at the time of the day? And do you usually do the same thing at the time each day? So about my daily routine, I do have a daily routine. It's not something that I make it up. It just happened its way. Like it's something that I usually do in a day. So it's just become my daily routine, and it's happened every single day. So yeah, it's get repeated. And what I do in a day is that now I am still a student, and it is also summertime. But instead of going out and hanging out with friends like any other students, I prefer staying at my home to study, because right now I think that it's not time for me to get a relaxation or get any entertainment at all, because I still need to improve my hard skill a little bit more. Because I think that after this summertime I will try to take a job. So right now, during this summertime, I spend all my time on studying to improve a little more aspect of my hard skill. So that's what I usually do in the time, spending all my time on studying, maybe a little time for relaxation like watching YouTube video, and that's all. And because this thing happens every day, so it's just like it's inadvertently become my daily routine, and that's all. And for now, I can say that it's happened exactly at the same time as every day as well. Oh my god, what just happened, bro? I was a little stuttering there, but it's fine. So I can tell that it happens exactly the same in the same time also in every day. And because for some reason it's just become a habit to wake up at 8 a.m. Because I used to wake up at 5 a.m. But maybe for some reason, maybe because it's summertime or something. But nowadays, like a few weeks ago, I've been starting to wake up at 8 a.m. It's kind of annoying, and I definitely have to fix that. But yeah, it's kind of like my daily routine right now. I wake up at 8, and then eating my breakfast and get right into studying. So that's my daily routine, and it's happening exactly the same in every day. Studying until lunchtime, having a lunch, and then go back to my room and study again until dinner. And then after finish my dinner, then I will just gonna study again. Try to speak English, and that's what I study too. Yeah, I think that's enough from talking about my daily routine then. Okay, and also I think it's enough. We finished chapter 15 here. Let me see how many chapter we finished this time in the last 1 hour, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 chapters. Wow, it's so much more compared to the last one. In the last one, it was like 5 chapters, 5 chapters or something, but now it's come to 9. That's awesome, right? And we just finished what was that? 15. We will just finish chapter 15, and in the next video we will come to the next chapter, which is cars, and it contains only 3 questions. Come on, bro. It's so unfair, but it's life. So whatsoever, we just finish this video, and I'll see you in the next one, right? Okay, see ya.